Hi everyone, so today I'll be trying out Spellbinders January 2025 Stencil of the Month and the BetterPress. In the BetterPress, well, for this video, I'll be using the sentiment, but I'll follow up with one with the butterfly, so we'll talk about that in just a moment. But these items were sent free of charge for my review, and of course, all opinions are my own, and any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So if you're watching this video, the sign-up period is open for new sign-ups, even if you signed up in the past, maybe you canceled it, maybe you want to get back in, now's the time. So I'll have the links for the US and the UK in the description box. This month has been so gorgeous. I love all the cards we've been making. I did a whole intro video showing you everything like the deluxe caboodle, including the bonus item this month, which is this stencil that will help you color in your butterflies if you want. Otherwise, you have like a beautiful silhouette or outline of your butterflies, or you can color them in however you like. But it does come with these guys for the deluxe caboodle, right? That's the bonus item this month. But I'll be focusing on the stencil of the month and then just using one of the sentiments from the BetterPress. So let's see, the stencil is called Nature's Frame, and like I said, I've already kind of gone over all of this in the initial video, so I made it a whole minute without getting tongue-tied. I will link the video in the description box as I already went through all these things. So today we're just going to focus on the stenciling and a little better pressing. So I'm trying to think what I want to do first, the better press part or the stencil part. Let's go ahead and do the better press first. That way I'll know it's kind of dead center, and then we'll go on and do our stenciling. So let me see. A little note. A little note to cheer up your day. Hope your day takes flight. Thank you. Thanks, you are the best. Let's go with this one. So a little note to cheer up your day. Let me grab some paper, and my BetterPress is right here in front of me, the ink, and I'll be right back. Okay, I did cut up my paper real quickly. I know usually I walk you guys through this. So if you have an A2 size paper, you're going to cut it right 5.5, or maybe you want to cut it 4 1/4 in the lengthways, however. Then I cut those two, so I'll have 5.5 by 4 1/4 piece of cardstock, and then this last one will be my card base. Of course, you can make a colored card base or whatever, but I'm just going to keep this one. So it's 5.5 by 8.5, and I'm going to score it at 4 1/4, and that is my card base. Okay, guys, so just using black, just because I don't know what colors I'll be using right now. And let me remove this and remove this from the last time I used my letterpress. Oh, sorry guys, just punch that there. I'm gonna remove all these things. Okay, and I'm still gonna do it like in a portrait kind of orientation. So I did cut this, and there's like a rough cut on the back side of this, so I'm gonna make the front of my card the side that looks smoother, facing down. And with this guy, you can just center it right in the middle, I suppose, because I'm trying to look at this and seeing, again, I feel like we're gonna do portrait mode, but I'm sure you can do landscape if you wanted. It'd be right down in the center here. So if that is smack center, I'm looking at the bottom of the letters of your day, just to make sure they're kind of lined up really straight there. 1, 2, 3, 4, an inch on this way, an inch that way. That looks really nice and center, exactly where I have it. So I'm going to hold that while I ink this up really well. I am giving a little zhuzh, but not too much so I don't move my line up here. Yep, still looks pretty straight. Again, I have some over inking, but that never really causes a problem. And we'll run that through. And again, the BetterPress will go through any system, well, that they list on the Spellbinder site, but generally systems that take a steel roll die, right? So Big Shot, Platinum 6, things like that. And look how nice and crisp that is. Gorgeous. All right, let me clean up and I'll be right back. Oh, as I'm cleaning up, I should say, the sentiments also have dies to cut them out, so I didn't have to put it right on there. I could have put it on something else and then stuck it on there, so I really like that about this month's set. Let's see here. And again, be careful when you're using the little pads. They are fabric based on the top, the BetterPress ink pads, so if you really scrub, you might get a little piece of that fabric to come off the very edges. So just make sure it's not on your project when you go to BetterPress it. Okay, so let's see these guys again. We have flowers. We have accents to those flowers, right? These larger ones. And then some newer ones in there. And then we have centers. And then I think accents to the centers. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at. And some of them are still flowers, as you can see there. So something to kind of keep in mind as you're building this up. So maybe we'll start with like this one. And I'm just going to use... Well, you know what? Actually, I'm going to put down something. I was going to use my grip mat, but I don't want to tease people if you don't have a grip mat. So, of course, I'm just going to use something in the background so I don't get ink all over everything. Ooh, I used that recently. You see that? I need to clean that. I don't want that on here. Since I did cut this at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, there are little registration marks that help you judge that. I was just kind of looking at the stencil itself. So, I mean, you can use just registration marks for sure. If you have a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece here, that looks really pretty. Okay, and I'm just going to tape them down in the corners. So again, when you're stenciling, light to dark is always like rule of thumb. Let's take like this pink. I'm going to start with a really light pink. And let's see if the color that's on here doesn't reactivate too much, because I do want to go light to dark, but again, just a little something. I use this for pink and red, so that's why I'm saying I hope it doesn't reactivate too much. So a little bit of a light color. And then on the other ones, we might be using finger daubers. I don't know what kind of mix of things they have on there, but we'll see. So generally, like I said, light to dark. So this is a light color for the first layer of the petals, right? I'll get a little bit closer for you guys. And I'm just going to rinse that off. This is water-based inks that I'm using, water-based dye ink, so it rinses very easily. Let me get these up on top here so I can see what I'm doing. Put them over to the side, sorry. The next one is this one. Number 2 is down in this corner. Number 1 was down in this corner, in case you're looking at your stencils and you're like, hey, where's the... They switched up the number on that one. And again, you can pay attention to the very corners. I'm just kind of looking at what I had before. So see, I think these are all petals. It does kind of look like that would be greenery, but it's not. And then there's a new flower introduced here. So, I mean, you can try to just get those flowers with a different color, or just kind of go for it. So I'm going to go with a darker pink. And I'm just doing the whole thing. Using a little bit more of a heavy hand on this one. And again, I like to fill them in a way that looks more organic. I'm not trying to just color the whole thing and just leave it so flat looking. You know, you want to give it a little, I don't know if it's dimension, texture, just to look a little bit different, right? So it's kind of, the color is kind of fading in and out instead of it just being one super dark color. Okay, so we have that. Now let's see the next one. That is really pretty already. Okay, number 3 has, I don't know if these are flower centers, so that's what I'm saying. Let me put it down because I haven't used this one before. So yeah, it has flower centers, and then it also has a new little posy that looks kind of like this one. So if you want to keep it the same color, that's up to you. What I'm going to do is do like a yellow-ish color maybe, right? So that the flower center is also kind of that yellow color. And then the next one has, let me make sure I have this right, the very, very center. So let's see. Let me grab yellow. Okay. So kind of like a, maybe a mid-color yellow. Kind of orangey yellow. And again, I mean, if you're going to maybe do these flowers different from the centers, I would use a finger dauber so you can kind of get in there. I know Spellbinders has some really nice stippling tools that you can do the same thing. They're just more focused, right? But I'm going to do the whole thing so we can make it a little quicker. That's so pretty. I'm loving that color, like pink lemonade kind of thing. And then there's the fourth one. I was gonna say, is there another? Hold on. Yep. I was gonna say, I thought there were more than that. I have another one hiding out down here. Hold on. I was gonna say, where's the greenery? Okay. Let's just make sure we have 5. Okay. Ooh, did I miss one? Okay, this is number 5. Thank goodness. Okay, so we do have a 5. So 4 is the very center of flowers. And so I was going to do that in a brown color because, like, I don't know, why not? And again, I'm looking at the registration marks on this one. That looks really good. So I grabbed the brown ink, but I didn't grab a dauber or a brush foil. I'll be right back. I just thought brown would be pretty. You know, if you wanted to... Ooh, should we do that? I can come in with this last and do like a glittery center. Like you can do like green glitter or do the inking and then also go over it after you do the inking with some iridescent like glitter paste. It's just something to think about. I'm debating that. But if you were going to do that, I would do this last. So I would do the number 5 next, the leaves, right? And then go ahead and go in with this guy and it'll just be the centers in like a pretty glittery kind of thing. Okay, I think that would be gorgeous, and I would love to do that today. But again, with my videos, I kind of have to get the pictures going and the video going, so it's not going to happen. But something like this, or any, you know, iridescent paste that you have, you can go over after you do your inking, and it'll just pop really nice. Okay, so I'm going to do like this light kind of brown. I'm really going to get in there because the brown and the yellow color that was underneath there might look a little bit orange. And again, I'm just trying to keep it light. That's why I went with a light brown, but you can definitely go with a darker brown or whatever color you like. Green, you know, look nice. Okay, I'm going to go around. I know this one's taking a little bit longer because it's a ton of smaller areas and I really want to get in there. So I'm going to do this area and I'll be back. Okay. That's really pretty. I love the little posies. Super cute. I'm going to put this stuff away. Okay, and then the last one has greenery, so that's number 5 here. And again, you can line up the corners with your registration marks. And I'm just going to do one shade of green. You can definitely mix it up with a couple different shades. That would be very pretty also. And I'm trying to think what color I want. Maybe this one. And it's a little bit off. Hold on. There we go. I can see the flowers, and I saw that it was just kind of not quite where I wanted that to be. Okay. And again, I'm letting the color kind of trail off, so maybe darker in the corners and then a little bit less towards that way. Like that. That's very pretty. Look at that. Isn't that, I mean, I don't, it's just beautiful. Words, that's gorgeous. So stylized, so pretty. Absolutely, like, delicate. I mean, look at the way the flowers are turning here. The petals. Amazing. And usually I cut my toppers down, but honestly that looks so pretty. I'm just gonna keep the whole thing, so we're just gonna glue that down, and that is our card for today. Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna glue it down, but you know, if you want to trim it down just a little bit, it always looks really nice to have like a little bit of an edge around here. I was like, where's my card? Die cut it right, however you like. And that is our card for today. Just lovely. And again, these guys, I use water-based dye ink, so I just rinse them off and they look as good as new. Again, they're plastic. Even if they get stained, they're still going to work. It just has a little bit of discoloration. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. I will follow up with tutorials again with the butterfly from the BetterPress and all those good things. So I will see you guys at the next one. Images coming up. Links are in the description box. And bye now.